Hey everybody, Dave here, and I wanted to send you this quick video message. The last one I took was about 12 minutes, and that can't happen. So I'm gonna do everything real fast. So everything in our class has been graded up to this point, and I'm happy to tell you that that is done. Also, I've got a lot of emails I'm looking at, and it's quite a list. So if you have emailed me in the last couple of days, I apologize. I will get on that today, I hope. In regards to some of the past assignments we've done, the self-care goals and the wellness index, those were outstanding. And I think the biggest thing that came from that was seeing different levels of motivation. And some of you had mentioned that this class is really going to motivate you. And I can tell you right now that I'm not a magician. I'm a messenger. I'm sharing this information. I'm sharing what I know with you. I sometimes just share some things that I do in a health 101 face-to-face class. I'll share that with you, but the reality is that's the piece of an online class that we're going to miss, is that tangible part where we can actually have conversations. So a lot of those conversations are going to have to take place online, and in my classes, those conversations come from the textbook, and and authentic discussions that we have in class with one another and learning about our shared experiences. So those 3 hours of class that we have face to face, we're missing out on that. So to really find levels of motivation, that's on you to kind of dig more into the content of our class, the wellness workbook. Dig more into really yourself. There's a couple different types of motivation. There's external motivation and internal motivation. And many of you discuss, you want to improve your nutrition, or you want to improve your exercise behaviors. And if you're doing this, if you're making these changes because your doctor says you have to do it, because your mom says you have to do it, versus if it's coming from within. If motivation's coming from within, like, you know what, man, I've had enough. I've got to get moving, and you got to find something that drives you. Like, just want to be healthier. Like, you want to be able to live till you're 80 without having type 2 diabetes, or without having to take blood pressure medications and those kind of things. So if you're living a healthy lifestyle, you can avoid those things. And that's one of the reasons why I exercise, is because I see things that I don't want to be, and so I make the changes now. And it can be tough, but that's what drives me. You got to find what drives you, because like I said, man, I'm not a musician. I'm not that either, but I'm not a magician either. So the hope to find a better you, that's on you, and you are going to you're the one to explore that, and you're going to be the one that really does. So I'll say some deeper thinking in health, in fall term, and this is a great opportunity to do that, to just kind of pump the brakes on our lives, and to just kind of really internalize what the book has to say and be able to reflect upon that. So if stress is something that bogs you down, many of you mentioned you want to reduce stress to improve your emotional wellness, and you want to reduce stress to sleep more, then dig into the book and really try to improve areas that maybe you scored low on the wellness index. If you scored a 1.2 and everything else was in the upper 2s and 3s, then that's an area of wellness that maybe could touch and improve your emotional wellness, or even physical health, because there are connections. Also, moving forward, this class skims the surface of the skimmed surface of nutrition and exercise. So although these things are discussed, we don't hardly go into any depth at all. Again, it's all about behavior change. For the most part, we know that anything through a window is going to be pretty unhealthy. And we also know that the more legs an animal has, the less healthy it is as well. So think about, if you know smoking is bad for you, but you have no desire to quit, then don't stress about smoking. I guess what I'm getting at is that if you want to learn more about food, there's a Health 100 class called Food and something, Food in Your Health, or Health in Your Food, or something like that, and it's exceptional. We have amazing instructors here at Clark College, and you've got to take that class if that is something that you've been plagued by, is poor food choices. Because not only do they talk about food choices, but they also talk about sustainability food choices. They talk about environmental health and food choices, and more importantly, they talk about behavior change in food choices. So you can learn more about what's the driving force between the food you consume, aside from they taste good. So we internalize that a little bit more. Also, happiness. A couple of you said, I want to be happier. I want to have more friends. The first one, happiness. We actually have a class on that too, health and happiness, taught by Aaron Staples, and there's another one, Kristen Michaelbust teaches it, and they say it's amazing, and I fully believe them. And all of the students I've had that have taken that class, they loved it. So health and happiness, I know is a great class, awesome instructors that you could consider taking. But when it comes to friendships and cultivating friendships at Clark, sometimes it's about putting yourself out there a little bit, and not not fearing judgment, but just kind of being yourself and kind of flipping that coin and flipping the script a little bit and just faking it till you make it, and really just integrating yourself into the campus community. There's ways you can do that. One of the ways is getting involved with the ASCC. ASCC stands for Associated Students of Clark College, I do believe. And I'm actually the director of the outdoor recreation program here at Clark. And so if you are interested in things like hiking and camping, more hiking than camping, then reach out to me, because there's amazing kids on that staff and amazing kids go on the hikes. And that's really a way to get yourself involved in the campus community and create some friendships. The ASCC is all student funded, and there's a lot of programs, a lot of clubs on campus that you can get yourself involved with. Check out the ASCC. They are located in the pub. I think it's Pub 160. I could be wrong on that, but I think it's Pub 160. And you could also look online on clark.edu and just search programs or clubs, and there's just a huge laundry list. Also just looks great on the resume to be involved in the campus community. And there's also positions for jobs. So if you're a freshman and you're looking for a job maybe next year and work on campus, that's a great area to be involved with. 3 things that we do in my club is, one, we're going camping in 2 weeks. We're going to Camp Dakota, real rough, and we're gonna have some fun down there. The next thing we're gonna do is we have a surfing trip next spring. I know we're going to Zion Canyon. Like, that's going to be a huge road trip over spring break. Another thing we do is we go to Timberline to go do some skiing. Those are an aside. I just wanted to shout that out, because I know some of you said that you're looking to cultivate some friendships here at Clark College, and that's just a great way to do it. It's a safe place to do it, and if you need more information, let me know. Also, sleep. That's a topic we do not discuss in this class, unfortunately. I think sleep is awesome. I think it's awesome. How much more formal can you get? But sleep is definitely an important topic. I guess I can talk about it another time. We're already reaching almost 8 minutes. Sleep is a topic I discussed in my face-to-face class. We have a lab for it where we just sleep. Not really, but that would be awesome. But I don't think anyone's actually watching this by now, so I can say pretty much whatever I want. But in any case, it's actually a topic discussed in my HPE 258 class, where they just do some research on sleep. It's really fascinating, but unfortunately we don't do it in our class. I call that a bummer. So in any case, yeah, man, that's all I got. If you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message later.